Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Yes, you are. Thanks for watching our show. We really appreciate what Cable 12 does for us here on this program, and we'll be glad to help you with any of your real estate needs. And bookmark, please, our company website on your screen of mountaintolake.com.
We'd love for you to stop by the office if you are interested in buying and selling property. We have someone there at our office in Uptown Rocky Mount, 195 South Main Street. Someone is there from Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, all day, every day there during the week. And if those hours don't work for you, then, well, we'll come to you. We'll be glad to sit down with you when it's convenient and discuss whether you're interested in buying or selling property. We'll figure out how best to do that for you. Just give us a call or send us an email, whatever we can do to help. We'll be glad to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bob, real estate market, you know, there's really not a lot new as far as we still got inventories growing, but we still got low inventory. Interest rates seem to be a big discussion in a lot of places. You got anything new and interesting you want to share on that front with the interest rates?
Well, I think that is probably one of the biggest things impacting our market now, and I think a lot of the increased inventory is the days on the market extending more than a tremendous number of new listings arriving. So instead of a home selling in 3 days now, maybe let's pretend a couple months or something like that. And you know, the majority of buyers, especially the last few years of interest rates so low, have gotten a fixed rate, 30-year mortgage. You can get a 15-year mortgage, which has typically a lower interest rate, but in general, most buyers have obtained a 30-year fixed mortgage, which means for up to 30 years, your principal and interest payments don't fluctuate. But with rates going from roughly 3% to over 7%, that's impacted people's debt-to-income ratio or how much they can afford. But I think Steve and I, you and I were talking one way it's impacted sellers is, not too long ago, many offers were coming in where the buyer would not request anything as a result of various inspections. Right. So now, seller's obligation has not really changed per our purchase agreement, but what they're agreeing to change to make the deal go through is impacting the sellers. Now they're not having to, but they're willing to do more things as a result of the inspections to make the deal go through. Whereas before, a lot of times with the lower interest rates, there were multiple offers, and they wanted, as a buyer, you wanted your offer to stand out. And so you and I were talking last week, variable rate or adjustable rate mortgages have become a little more popular, and that's where you have a typically lower interest rate to start an introductory period. Talk to your lender. Sometimes that's a 3 to 5 year period. It's a lower rate. However, that can adjust based on current market conditions. Let's pretend after 3 or 5 years, of course, it could go up. So you're kind of rolling the dice there. I guess typically it go down, but more than likely, I would guess it would go up. And then some people who think they can pay this mortgage off relatively quickly may choose an adjustable rate mortgage to get that lower rate, thinking they can pay it off maybe 5, 6, 7 years.
Sure.
So just as a buyer, that's an option for you to get that lower interest rate up front. My first home purchase was in 1986, and I had an adjustable rate mortgage. Yeah. Well, so that's just an option. So lenders can really give you more details on how that plays out. That's an option for some people, and we're seeing that more and more. A lot of times now, people who previously were going to get maybe a conventional loan and put in a lot more money are having to look at different financing options since their interest rate has gone up, which means their monthly payment has gone up.
You bet. So it's really important to have a great relationship there with your lender and kind of have an understanding of what what's going on in the market and what puts you in the best situation. You talked about adjustable rate mortgage. I think about that, the situation you described, but maybe some folks would think that they start out with an adjustable rate mortgage for the first few years, and then they look at refinancing into a fixed rate if the rates were to come down. Mm-hmm. In the future. So no one knows what the future holds, but that's certainly some thoughts, some discussion that you could have with your lender about the mortgage rates and different loan types and which might work best for you. So
yeah, I think we've had a show here on Cable 12 for 15 years, something like that. And But keep saying over and over again, it's so critical to understand your financing up front so that when you find a home or a piece of land of interest, you can just concentrate on that piece of land or that home and not the financing aspect of it. You put so much pressure on yourself, it makes your offer stronger to the seller, and you have so much more peace of mind. You're just simply concentrating on how can I obtain this property, what are the options with inspections, what are the other things unique to this property to deal with. If you're simultaneously trying to figure out your loan type and your closing costs and how you're going to pay for it, you had a lot of pressure, and you may not get the property that you wanted. Yeah. So it's easier said than done, but get that determined up front, and again, it makes your offer so much stronger and less things for you to have to deal with.
Amen. Did you do before we jump into the homes, do anything exciting for Halloween?
Well, at the office, I hid the almond joys from you guys. So I got those. Well, I shouldn't tell you. I have one in the butter dish. So if you're looking in the butter dish at the office,
I could find one there, right?
Yeah. I just watched
I wondered where those went. I did. Yeah.
How about you?
I actually had my oldest son didn't feel so well, so I stayed at home while the youngest one went and pillaged the neighborhood, filling up his.
Take a pillowcase?
He did not take a pillowcase, but he's got it's a plastic pumpkin, a big plastic pumpkin. So, needless to say, I found a few almond joys. So.
Well, a lot of things going on. I think, was it Saturday night at the farmer's market? Maybe also at the Pig River Community Center.
There was a lot of festivities happening around. A lot to take in, a lot to participate in here in Rocky Mount. So we love it. And Scarecrow Trail there's still those Scarecrow Trails there around Rocky Mount. They're still up and about. So if you haven't seen those, we encourage you to take into that. And I guess we'll get moving into some houses, Bob.
There you go.
What do we got here to start off with?
Well, a nice property. I showed this on Allison Drive. It has a works address. It's right off the Burt Chimney Road and Three Oaks Road, which means you're convenient to Smith Mountain Lake or West Lake, or several ways to get back to Roanoke. It's the end of a cul-de-sac with two combined lots into one, almost 2.5 acres. A very nice home with a covered front porch. We'll show you a nice screen porch and deck off the back. Of course, it has a 2-car garage coming in. And you step inside this entry level of this home, built in 2007. Again, you see that nice covered front porch there looking out. Again, you're at a cul-de-sac. There's a pretty large acreage tract on the other side of the porch there. If you're coming in the walkway on your right, it's pretty convenient. And you step inside the entry level of this home, hopefully you'll notice the wood floors in the entry level, 1,120 square feet, nice foyer. Room to the right is a den, nice sized living room. Home shows very well, has a very large open kitchen and dining area, solid hickory cabinets, 9-foot ceilings. There to the left, there's that nice 16 by 16 screen porch we'll show you in a second. Stainless steel appliances. I was real impressed with the wood floors and the high ceilings. There's an additional 1,120 square feet on the upper level, where you'll find 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. Also convenient, the laundry's on the upper level, close to the 3 bedrooms. Again, the home shows very well. There's that laundry on the upper level. Again, convenient to your 3 bedrooms. In addition to the 2,240 square feet that's finished, you also have a nice unfinished basement that easily could be finished. The lot lays very well with a little bit of slope, which means the back and the sides are above ground. So if you want to finish the lower level, it's roughed in for a bath, you could certainly do so. You see the several windows and doors. Here's a good picture of the back of the home. That nice 16 by 16 screen porch with the adjacent 12 by 12 deck. Under that screen porch is going to be a dry area due to the roof, a nice patio. It's also fully wired for internet and audio video. Really nice screen porch is a great feature on the home. This property shows very well. Not surprised it went on the contract quickly on Allison Drive. Again, that's with a works address.
So from Wirtz, we're going to head back and we're going to talk about a pretty unique property here on Ormac Lane. 6.43 acres. Really unique. Ormac Lane is right off of 220, not far from the Plateau Plaza area there of Rocky Mount to Wirtz Road intersection. But this is Ormac Lane. You know, that location, you're 20 minutes to Roanoke, 10 minutes to Rocky Mount. I mean, certainly if you're headed to the lake, you could be there in 20 minutes as well. Just jump right on Wirtz Road. But when you step inside, you get a chance to see here, you know, kind of the outside. And this is a very stately home, a paved driveway, and an attached two-door garage, as well as an additional workshop building outside. But when you step inside, you get that feeling of it just feels very stately. You got to appreciate this beautiful foyer with the slate flooring and the grand staircase. We're going to come around here to the family room. You see the brick masonry fireplace there, the family room, and a shot into the kitchen area with a formal dining room. But you do see the dining room. Look at all that cabinet space. Man, I just think about, Betty always raves about homes that have lots and lots of cabinet space. Workspace, cabinet space.
For you, it's eating space, but Betty calls it workspace. I'm sorry,
Yes,
Steve.
Bob,
I was just clarifying.
You are correct. There is a ton of eating space here.
Grazing space.
On Ormac Lane. Here's a shot of the kitchen as we come around. Another shot, a portion of that family room area with that, again, brick masonry fireplace. The other side was where the living room was. But you got to appreciate the time and effort that's gone into a home like this. You got a nice Florida room here off the kitchen area. We've got a master bedroom here on the entry level. Large master bedroom, has its own bath. 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths here, this property. It's, 5 bedrooms. When you looking in Franklin County for the number of homes that has 5 bedrooms that's available on the market, that list is pretty small. So this is bedroom number 2. This will be bathroom number 2. Bedroom number 3. Come back again to a portion of that Florida room we talked about earlier. It's a rather large Florida room along the outside of the house there. Here's a landing as we go upstairs. So as I mentioned there, on the entry level, you've got primary suite, master suite, 2 additional bedrooms, and 2 full baths down there. When we go upstairs, we've got 2 bedrooms, an office, a full bathroom, and tons of storage space. So here's one of those bedrooms we talked about upstairs. The second bedroom, the bath, the bedroom, upstairs. Now we're headed downstairs. So this home, 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, total square feet 6,142. So large house here, a little over 6,000 square feet. So we come downstairs. Again, you can see that brick masonry fireplace. So we're up to 3 fireplaces. But great shots here at the lower level. This would be a rec room, could be an office. There's a bedroom downstairs. Tons of places here for you to store things, make it your own. Certainly a walkout basement. I do have a bathroom here. Washroom area. Laundry is here on the lower level. We step out on the back side of the home, get a shot to kind of see a little bit of the yard, but 6.43 acres here. Here's that storage shed workshop that I talked about. It does have a cement floor on the middle part there, so lots of possibilities there. It does have a storage building. But 6.43 acres here on Ormac Lane. That's in Rocky Mount. Great location. Love to show it to you.
Let me show you this nice property at Villa Heights. That's in Bernard Road near the Franklin Heights subdivision. Townhouse built in 2007 with an attached garage with a nice brick exterior with covered front porch. When you step inside the entry level, hope you'll notice the luxury vinyl plank flooring, and it's right at 1,300 square feet of living space. Nice kitchen with stainless steel appliances. An open concept with a kitchen and great room. I'm going to show you a gas log fireplace with vaulted ceiling, plenty of light and ceiling fans. Really nice open floor plan. Here's a gas log fireplace. Of course, being the town limits of Rocky Mount, you would have access to public water and sewer and cable internet service, which is critical for most buyers now, to say the least. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. Of course, 1-level living with the laundry on the entry level as well. Really good location, convenient to many retail stores and large grocery stores on the east side of Rocky Mount. Again, we're going to give you more details for this home. As you see, a covered back porch there and the heat pump on Bernard Road. In unit.
So we're going to head from the town of Rocky Mount. We're going to head west. This is in Ferrum, Pernello Road in Ferrum. A very unique property here. You know, if you're looking for a place maybe to have farm animals, you've got a great spot to do that here. Maybe you've got a business where you need storage. There's multiple outbuildings here that just, well, we're going to talk about them, give it a shot, give you a chance to see some of them, but there's just tons and tons of opportunity here with this property on Pernello Road. If you're not familiar, 40 west towards Ferrum, you're going to turn left on Pernello, and about not quite a mile on your right is this property here. But and if you're curious just how far out of Rocky Mount, from Rocky Mount, you're approximately 12 miles to the left on Pernello. But get a chance here to see the front side of the home. You can step inside, you get a shot of the family room. Nice fireplace there. Here's the shot of the kitchen, the dining room area that you see here. We'll come around to the living room. This is 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath here. Here's the living room, or the bathroom, the bedroom on the entry level here. Of course, the bathroom on the entry level. Large bathroom. We'll go upstairs to the upper level. There's a second bedroom there on the upper level. Come around to the back side of the home. You get a chance to see that large attached garage that you've got there next to the home. Certainly can fit several cars in there. We'll come around to this is one of the buildings, a shop, workshop area that you'll see here. This sits up close to the home, and then we'll work our way back. Here's a she shed, or maybe it's Bob's shed. I don't know. Liz gets upset she could send you out here to hang out. Got a nice storage barn, storage area here, workshop, and you could do all kinds of things in there. You got another one here. There's 7.38 acres with Pernello, and certainly, you know, location, we talk about it a lot, Bob, but you're not far from Philpott Lake here. You'd have plenty of places to store your boat and maybe a friend or two's boat here in these.
And all those fish.
There you go. There you go. But this is Pernello Road with Ferrum address. We've talked about this on occasion. You know, we do work with buyers and sellers in different areas. This happens to be a home in Craig County. So it's on 5.16 acres. You know, you're only 13 miles here from 81, but does have, there's lots of possibilities here when you look at it. 5.16 acres, We got a building that you see here, roughly about 6,000 square feet, and there's an additional 1,000 square feet here with that office that you see there to your left. But nice building here, commercial building for you to run a business. It's the entire building is heating and cooled. It's plumbed for an air compressor. It's served with 3-phase electric, 2 bathrooms, 2 garage doors. One of them there is dock height. And then we get into the inside. Look at that. Man, great storage area. Maybe operating a business. Need a place to store some things. Great spot to do that here on Craig Valley Drive. This is in Newcastle. We talked about bathrooms here. And to give you a shot here, some of the office area we talked about. Multiple, roughly about 1,000 square feet of office area. Plenty of parking here, so if you've got trucks, large vehicles, you need a place to put them there on this 5.16 acres. Here's a shot of the second building that we've got here on the property, roughly about 2,400 square feet, multiple roll-up doors, does have water and electric, so great opportunity here with this property on Craig Valley Drive in Newcastle. We're going to come back to Rocky Mount, talk about a commercial building here on Warren Street. Couldn't ask for a better location as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you are walking distance to the courthouse, you're walking distance to the Harvester, you're walking distance to the farmer's market. I mean, we've about covered them all. I mean, you're right there in the middle of it all. So great location, 1,580 square feet here with this commercial building. You step inside, you get a chance to see some of the interior, and certainly as far as decorating or creating a business. I mean, this could be selling some boutiques. Maybe you got some widgets, Bob, you want to market. This would be a great spot to do that here in the front part of this this property here on Warren Street. Of course, you step into the back, large area here, maybe a hair salon, or gosh, Bob, there's endless possibilities here. You do have 2 bathrooms. You'll see that tongue and groove pine paneling there along the side. So there's been some effort put into decorating. You do have washer and dryer hookups here. There is one of the largest tankless water heaters I have ever seen here in this property. So if you need hot water for your business, great spot for that here on Warren Street. Giving you a few more shots of, I got an additional, this is the door going to the outside, but you've got an additional room there in the back. As I mentioned, 2 bathrooms. Here's a shot of the side of the property. You do have parking. There's parking here on the back side of this property. Pretty good view from there in the parking lot. There's a shot there coming back around, give you an idea of the amount of parking that you would have in the back. But this is Warren Street in Rocky Mount.
And not too far away at all. Also in Rocky Mount is another commercial listing. So we showed you one in Newcastle. Was it Newcastle or Craig County?
Yes, right, Newcastle.
And then a couple in Rocky Mount. So we're fortunate to work frequently with some commercial buyers and sellers. I'm sure a lot of viewers will recognize this as being the Arrington Flower business for many decades. It's a great location on the corner of Franklin Street and Diamond Avenue with a lot of parking. There's 7 parking spots there on the right, probably at least twice that many on the left. So no issues there with parking spaces. Zone CBD, building has 3,500 square feet, all on one level. Restaurant will be a good potential for use for this building in the future. There's the side parking. There's a heat pump and an oil furnace to heat and cool it. 2011 Lennox heat pump. Industrial gutters were put up in 2020. Metal and rubber roof on the right side was installed in 2017. The rubber roof on the right side was in 2017. But again, 3,500 plus square feet all on one floor. and extensive parking. We're glad to give you a tour of this building and show you all that we can help you with on Franklin Street, again on the corner of Franklin and Diamond Avenue.
We're going to stick with some commercial listings. This is one on Old Franklin Turnpike. That'll be 40 East. From Rocky Mount, you're approximately about 3.5 miles out of the town of Rocky Mount on 40 East, Old Franklin Turnpike. And this commercial listing here, this, we talk about often about selling commercial properties, and, typically we're talking about the building and the property that it sits on. In this particular instance, you have the opportunity to buy the building, the property, and the business. So this is a car lot, Smith's Auto Sales. It's a great opportunity if you're interested in, maybe a full-time job. This would be a great place to get started. Got 1.4, right at 1.5 acres here. The building here on the property was built in 1954. You had multiple buildings as well as a garage. A little over 600 feet of road frontage on 40 here on Old Franklin Turnpike. So lots of places to get exposure, high traffic count for you to be seen, you and your business and your wares. The building has been totally updated, new wiring, new metal roof, furnace, water heater, windows, insulation. It's all ready to go. A chance to see, this is the backside of that two-door garage from the front. You do have an additional two-door garage underneath, showcasing all that road frontage there on Old Franklin Turnpike. We step inside, you get a chance to see the office. When you walk in the door, you do have an office area there. You step around into the second room, you've got a kitchen area as well there. And then you do have a full bathroom here on the entry level on Old Franklin Turnpike. This just gives you another shot of that building, and the possibilities are limitless when you look at as far as exposure, your ability with the new business, the chance to get seen. That is on Old Franklin Turnpike.
We'll stay on Old Franklin Turnpike and go, I'm going to guess, 3 miles down 40 East towards Smith Mountain Lake. Very nice property at the corner of Old Franklin Turnpike and Ayers Road. So you have extensive frontage on, again, 2 state roads, 3 separate entrances into the property. The lot lays very well, right at 1 acre. Plenty of room for expansion, in my opinion, as well as a lot of parking. If you need to get a big vehicle in there, I think there's plenty of room for that. To your right there, you see a loading dock, double doors there, somewhat in the middle off the deck. Hopefully this picture shows you the seam metal roof that was put on in 2018. Covered porch leading into a 3,600 square foot building. This is zone B2. Of course, it's a high traffic count going towards Glade Hill, Union Hall, Pinhook towards the lake. Not far at all from Rocky Mount either. Not a lot of demolition here if you didn't like the current layout of the building, because it's basically open, 2 big rooms, high ceilings, again, double doors there to the right. Loading dock in the back. There's a gas furnace to heat and cool it. In high traffic count, zone B2 in Glade Hill at the intersection of Ayers Road and Old Franklin Turnpike. We're
going to just give you a quick snapshot here on Fork Mountain Road. We're about to run out of time. This is 75 acres here on Fork Mountain Road. Love to give you a chance to take a look at it. You're interested in a large acre tract, feel free to give us a call and we'll be glad to work it through there. But Bob, I think that's going to kind of wrap things up for today. Certainly appreciate the opportunity to be with you today.
My pleasure.
Thank you, viewers, for joining us. Thank you, Cable 12, for all you do. And we look forward to seeing you next time.